So one of the things I have to do is get this inlet for the FX4 a little bit higher up in the back of the tank. I'm afraid I'm sucking in sand, which could damage the motor, the impeller, as well as the water change mechanism, this valve right here. So I gotta uninstall it. I gotta clip these cable ties that I put on here because it was sucking a little bit of air, because I imagine if the tank is fuller, which I don't keep mine that full, it wouldn't suck air. So I gotta clip these. I gotta pop the whole inlet strainer apparatus off, and then it's a telescoping tube, so I gotta play with it a little bit to see what it's gonna take for me to cut the outer tube, cut the inner telescoping tube, because that's what fits into the strainer, and hopefully I don't jack the whole thing up. But I guess I could just buy a replacement if it doesn't work in the meantime. But we're going to work on that today, and we are going to add some different configuration, different filter media to the FX4, and in an attempt, oh look, there's a little Sarah snail coming out of the water. Hope you can see that okay. I'm just holding the GoPro. Boop, there he goes. So we're going to get to work on that, and I'll show you the final product, and try to take some video in between, but I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking as I'm working. And then we'll talk a little bit about what my plans are for this 40 breeder marine aquarium. Okay, so here's the inlet tube. How it goes is, and then the strainer fits on the bottom here, and then this end goes into the rubber connector to the pipe. So I am going to cut about, I don't know, 3.5 inches off of this one, and then the same off of the inlet tube, the telescoping part, and hopefully I get it all back together okay, just to try to get the strainer off of the sand bottom. Okay, using my trusty hacksaw, these are the pieces that I'm going to use. That's gonna, one hand holding the phone. So there's that. A little bit looser. Here's the old pieces that I removed. So I'll have to clean up this edge a little bit, sand it down, rinse it off real good, and then we're going to get it all back together, and hopefully it works fine. So we're going to do a $12 water, $12. I'm going to do a 12-gallon water change and replace all the media in the FX4. Alright, got the FX4 all broke down. Now I'm going to put it back together and do something slightly different than I have in the past. In the past, I've used all of the side sponges, so there's 4 of these. I'm just going to use those on the bottom tray this time around. And I guess what I'm trying to do is take out most of the stuff that could trap particulates that, if I don't get to maintenance regularly, will turn, you know, everybody says canister filters are nitrate factories, and I don't know how true that is. If you got mechanical filtration, if you got anything trapping debris, and whether it's a sump, whether you're not changing your filter socks in a timely manner, I think all of them can build up waste products that might contribute to nitrates. And I did have high nitrates in this tank. You know, it was a fish only with live rock. I had Shamrock, my undulated triggerfish, who I had for 15 years. I started off about the size of a quarter, and he grew to about 6 inches. I didn't try to stunt him. That's 15 years. That's as big as he got. He ate really, really well. Started him in a 65-gallon aquarium, and then I ended up doing the 40 breeder, and he was just fine in there. And I'll share a video when I first set the 40 up with him in there. Link will be up in the top corner here somewhere. So anyways, this will be the bottom tray. The way an FX4 works is the inlet, which is on the opposite side of the output. Water goes down and then it comes up the sides, and then it goes back down to the center chambers, and then it gets pumped into the tank. So this should be the first line of defense as far as mechanical filtration and trapping debris. And I'm going to go ahead and since not only is the outer ring the first line, the middle is the last line. So we're going to put this blue coarse sponge there, and I rinsed off a little bag of Chemi-Pure Blue, so that'll go right on top, as well as some Purigen. So there's the chemical media right before the last bit of mechanical media, and there'll be some Chem Matrix sitting on top of that. So that is the bottom tray. And then that sits like that, and I don't know if you guys watched my last video with the alligator snapping turtle, but my foot is still in a hard cast, or this removable cast, so it's really hard to be flexible. Hi, Peanut. Okay, so starting here, that's another bag of Chem Matrix. That's for biological, and there'll be a coarse sponge on top of that. And instead of putting those foam pads here, I have some Marine Pure that I've rinsed, that I'm gonna, hopefully I can get the little balls that'll fit in here just to help increase some biological capacity. You can tell they're all different sizes. Some of them go right in, but let's go ahead and get as many of those in here as I can. Wow, some of them fall right in. Some of them I got to jam down there. Hi, Dougal. Can I help you, buddy? Anyways, let's go get back to work here. So high capacity biological filtration, very porous. You know, the reviews are mainly good. You know, there's no product that's perfect that everybody likes, so I don't, you know, if it seems to get a lot of love, then I decide I'll give it a try. All right, let's see. And I have some more. I think I'm gonna go rinse off another batch because I want to, you know, use as much available space as I can, although I don't want it sticking out the top. Well, that might be plenty. All right, so we're gonna go with that. And so doing this, you know, holding the camera in one hand and doing this, you guys know how it goes if you've made videos before. I need to get me a camera person. My cool Crocs. All right. Okay, let me rotate around here. Okay, let's see if I can utilize my little tripod, because this is a two-handed gig right here. Oh, there we go. All right. So, make sure that's focusing. All right. And these handles are awesome. So lower you down in there thusly. So again, inlet, outlet, water goes down the inlet pipe, moves on the outside first, so that first layer of coarse sponge is mechanical, then it's going to hit this this biological media, and then it's going to go down the middle, going to go through this coarse sponge, through a layer of Chem Matrix, then it's going to hit another layer of Chem Matrix. It's going to hit some Chemi-Pure Blue, some Purigen, and then a final layer of coarse sponge. That goes on. We'll go ahead and alternate, get it all tightened up. You see, I get ahead of myself. You got to put water in this bad boy. See, I'm just trying to share with you some filtration. But here we go. Let's do this. Oh, son of a gun. Always something. Bottom of the bucket got caught on something. It slipped. All right. Jiminy Cricket. Okay. All right, let's get this bad boy under the tank, get it hooked back up, and plug it in. All right, so it's a total of a 12-gallon water change. That is 8 gallons out of the aquarium, and then the FX4 holds about 4 gallons, so that's 12. Got to keep an eye on my skimmer. It's taking a while to break it in, so it quits overflowing. The good thing, this is an Aquamax Bullet 3. It's their newest model. What I like about it is if I don't catch it in time to remove the cup, if it starts overflowing, it'll fall, the water will fall in this crack right here, which I really don't want it doing because the salt will get on the wall and everything. But the bad thing about hang on the back skimmers, or at least some models that I've had, experience with, when they overflow, they hit the floor. So at least if this one overflows, it's not hitting the floor, it's going back into the reaction chamber. But it's been on here several weeks, and it is just very, very slow to want to break in for me for some reason and quit overflowing. It's at its highest setting. I can't get the cup any higher. I can definitely lower it. I can lower it probably all the way down to this line, but then it's really going to overflow. What did we accomplish today? I trimmed up the inlet tube for the strainer. I got it off of the sand bed, so there's no, hopefully I minimized the amount of sand that gets sucked into the FX4 so I don't ruin my motor. I changed out the media, tried to reduce the amount of sponges. So hopefully the hole I can maintain. This I hope will be a softy reef soon. Right now I have 4 orange leg hermit crabs, 6 Astrea snails, and 6 Seraph snails. That's all that's in here. A little bit of a cleanup crew. I'm going to do some water chemistry, and I think I saw the local fish shop. They had royal grammas, and they had one pygmy angelfish, which I've kept in the past that I think are really, really cool. And so if my water is looking good when I do some chemistry, I think those will be my first 2 fish, and might be the only 2 fish in here. Maybe some chromuses, green chromus, sort of a Caribbean theme, I guess. But anyways, I got to keep an eye on that overflow cup. Going to do some water chemistry, make sure everything looks good. Just going to try a little hardy reef. I got my Fluval 3.0 marine light on it, so it's turned way low right now. It's not kicking off any light whatsoever, but I don't think that is going to be strong enough for some SPS corals. But who knows, if they're up high, it might be. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to make sure I can maintain good water quality using the canister filter and the skimmer before I spend a lot of money on more delicate corals. But I love mushrooms, I love polyps, zoanthids, I love leathers, so maybe something like that in here. All right, take the glasses off because I think I look like a dork with my reading glasses on. But there you go, a little bit of aquarium action this weekend in the lizard room. As you can see, we are in the lizard room. And until next time, take care.